What's up, friends? Welcome back to Coffee Time with Alice. I'm so glad to see you all back. So let's dive right back in to what I love to call the Pillars of Rock and Roll series. Now, today's artists, most if not all of you, will be very, very familiar with. If you're not familiar with his songs, then you're likely familiar with some of the guest spots he had on popular shows like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Married with Children or Touched by an Angel, or he even did commercials. He was in a Burger King ad in the early 2000s. I'm talking about a legend among legends, B.B. King.
Now here it is, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I can't even close my eyes. Oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, baby. I can't even close my eyes. Can't find my baby. People, I can't be satisfied.
Born in 1925, Riley King was born in Berkeley, Mississippi. He grew up on the plantation. Both of his parents were sharecroppers. His mother left his father at a very early age for another man, and his grandmother essentially raised him throughout his childhood. During his adolescence, he moved to Indianola and worked on a cotton gin to get by. But during this time, he got involved with his local Pentecostal church, singing in their choir, and the church's pastor taught him the first 3 chords he would ever learn. Also during this time, one of his co-workers bought him a guitar, but then he would garnish King's wages until it was paid for. So that was how he got into music as a teenager, and his interest would increase in 1941. He was really into a radio show called King Biscuit Time. He would listen to this show during his lunch break when he was working on the plantation, and it inspired him to keep learning more on the guitar. He was self-taught after learning those 3 chords from his pastor. And he knew in his heart what he wanted to do with his life. He knew he wanted to be on the radio like these artists he was listening to on King Biscuit Time. And he would keep developing his craft. He'd move around. He lived with his cousin in Memphis in 1946, but he'd move around shortly afterwards, trying to prepare for living in Memphis. And by 1948, he was on Sonny Boy Williamson's radio show. And this is where he started to become known. He started building his audience and getting his chops in on the radio. But he'd also be performing live. As I mentioned before, he had to get ready to come back to Memphis, Tennessee. Because as I mentioned with Memphis Minnie, Memphis, Tennessee has Beale Street, a very, very important street for all the blues artists of that era. Honestly, it kind of spanned a few eras. And B.B. King got to be a very important part of that by learning his craft, by gaining his experience. He would also record a lot of music during this period from contacts he made, but none of it was super successful at that time, but he kept going. He even had his own radio show at one point, and at the time they called him the Beale Street Blues Boy for his DJ moniker, which got shortened to Blues Boy King, and then later B.B. King. And that's how he got his name that would stick with him till the end. So, he's doing all these things. He's playing on Beale Street. He's getting his chops in. He's also traveling. He's also getting all over the country, taking every gig that he can, whether it's playing a huge theater in a major city or playing a small juke joint in the rural South. Nothing was beneath him. Everything was an opportunity. Every gig was a chance for him to grow, to keep perfecting his craft, to keep making contacts, to keep building his audience. This actually led to him naming his guitar Lucille. In 1949, he was playing a show in Twist, Arkansas. Just a small dance hall with a fire barrel in the middle. And these two guys got into a fight over a woman named Lucille, knocking this barrel over, setting the whole dance hall ablaze. While everyone got out safely, B.B. King ran back in to save his guitar. Speaking as a guitarist, I get it. I probably would have done the same thing. But he named that guitar Lucille as a reminder to A, never fight over a woman, and B, never do anything foolish like go run into a burning building to save a guitar. And every guitar he had afterwards was Lucille. So his biggest breakthrough success came in 1952. He recorded 3 O'Clock Blues, which took him to major success, going from being paid $85 a week to $2,500 a week. And just like that, he made it. He kept recording hit after hit, becoming one of the biggest R&B artists of the 1950s. And by the 1960s, he was working with Eric Clapton, making his pivot into rock and roll. That kept him relevant. That kept him going for decades to come. 1970 would be another big year for him when he would record his cover of The Thrill Is Gone. Written in 1951 by Rick Darnell and Roy Hawkins. B.B. King covered it and made it huge. Made it his own, with his own unique soloing style. Like his lead work was, honestly, his lead work had a direct impact on what I do. His specialty was vibratos and playing staccato and chord bending. A lot of things that I personally like to do. And that is so well showcased on his cover of The Thrill Is Gone. He won a Grammy for it, and many music magazines and critics and whatnot have referred to it as one of the most important blues songs in history. Granted, that's definitely subjective. I mean, when you're talking about the blues, you're talking about an entire galaxy of inspiration. So it's hard to pick one song to be the most important, but yeah, it's definitely up there. And he would keep he would keep recording these hits throughout the 70s, 80s, 90s, working with Eric Clapton several times. He worked with Cyndi Lauper on her album Memphis Blues. He worked with U2 on their song, well, he wrote the song with them, When Love Comes to Town. That was actually my introduction to B.B. King. I remember hearing that as a kid, just really loving what he had to offer. I was never a big U2 fan myself, but I loved that song because of B.B. King. In 1987, ironically, that was actually the year I was born, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Definitely a well-deserved honor. And I think the reason why we all know who he is was his ability to constantly pivot. His ability to take every opportunity and gain the most he could from it. He didn't look at gigs as ever being beneath him or working with somebody else being beneath him. There was always something for him to learn from and grow from. He kept growing, he kept getting better. He never got comfortable with where he was at. Whether it was in music, whether it was breaking into television, yeah, he kept going. He was playing right on up until 2014. Unfortunately, health issues would catch up to him and he passed away in 2015, but talk about somebody who never stopped, who loved what he did so much that he never wanted to give up. And he left so much behind. Yeah, he's not with us anymore, but his indelible impact is, and it will be for generations to come. So yeah, let's raise our glass, our coffee mug, to a legend among legends, a titan among titans, B.B. King. Thank you for joining me this week. I've been really enjoying doing this, and I'll be back next week talking about another legend. Until then, stay safe, keep learning, and keep growing. I love you all.